Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Twitter of course, and no, this is not Team Fortress 2. What's going on here? This is a game that I've been playing lately. This is a game called Dirty Bomb. You might know what this game is, you might not. But I've had a rather interesting experience with this game, so I wanted to share this with my lovely subscribers and viewer base and whatnot. So how did my experience start? So I started with somebody stream it. This was actually quite a while ago. This was still before the gun medal update in Team Fortress 2, like 1 or 2 weeks before that. I saw somebody stream it, and you probably know the name Star underscore. He also makes Team Fortress 2 videos. I saw him stream it, and I was like, this is free to play, and it looks pretty fun, and there hasn't been a Team Fortress 2 update in a while, so let's try it out. I didn't expect much from it, and while I was downloading, somebody named Total Biscuit made this video with his first impressions on the game, and that got me even more interested in the game, and I was like, okay, well, let's try it out. I don't expect much to happen or something. I expect me to probably play it like 10 or 20 hours perhaps at most, but well, it's free to play, what can go wrong, right? But I actually enjoyed this game, and that's the reason why I made this video, because I wanted to share my experience. So what is this game exactly? It's obviously team-based. It's a shooter, of course. It has objectives and also side objectives, which help in completing the objective. It is a shooter with multiple characters, and each of those characters have their own abilities. And my experience with the game is very much a love-hate relationship. There were some moments that were really fun, and there are some moments where I just got really frustrating, and I tend to alt F4 out of the game. I tend to rage quit a little bit. Yeah, I do sometimes rage quit games. I might look a little bit positive person, but sometimes I do like rage quit games. And this is one of those games that I sometimes do rage quit. So, but let's start off with the positive aspect first, shall we? Let's start off with the positive note. So the gunplay. Gunplay is something that I wish to really talk about with this one. This is something that is quite satisfying. I haven't played CSGO, and I think this might be similar to people that's played Counter-Strike. I'm not sure. Don't know much about Counter-Strike. I haven't played like once. So. But the guns feel most of the time really accurate. I mean, there's obviously recoil in this game, which sometimes makes the guns inaccurate, but your first couple of shots tends to normally be really accurate, even at like a really long distance. Sometimes I had situations where my enemy is only a few pixels large, and I still managed to hit him, sometimes even in the head. So the guns feel like really accurate, and there's also this hit marker, and the hit marker is like more obvious when you shoot people in the head. And this game really wants people to hit them in the head. I think like shooting people in the head to just like twice the damage, maybe even more than that. It just seems like it's more. It really feels like it's very much, the gunplay very much rewards skill, and it's also generally very precise. But again, like some weapons have a lot of recoil, some more than others, and some weapons can actually be pretty inaccurate if you fire in long bursts. But generally, if your first couple of bullets that come out of your weapon tend to be really accurate, and that feels really good. I haven't actually encountered many shooters that have such accurate guns. Like even in Team Fortress 2, when you try to hit somebody with a pistol at like long distance, like easily 75% of my shots miss straight off the bat. So the gunplay feels like really good. Now, I have heard some rumors about people that claim that this game might be pay to win, and I tend to disagree, but not fully. Okay, so the way that this game works, the way that this system works with loadouts and whatnot, is card based. So you have cards in the game which are basically preset loadouts, and you have different varieties of those loadouts. You have of course, you have just like your default loadouts, like just in Team Fortress 2, you have like no cards, which is like not a card, it's just like a preset loadout. If you don't pick a card, you are stuck to that default loadout. But there are 6 varieties. So the first one is lead, then comes iron, then comes bronze, those are the first 3, and then the ones after that, the following 3 are silver, gold, and cobalt. And there's also like obsidian, but that's so like very rare and I think impossible to get unless you are in like the closed beta. But the first 3 actually have different amount of perks. Like the last 3 have all 3 perks, like the silver, gold, and cobalt, as I said, all have 3 perks, so no problem there. But the difference is in the first 3. So the first one is lead, has only 1 perk, the second one is iron, has 2 perks, and the third one, bronze, has 3 perks. And those perks actually offer in-game advantages. Small passive bonuses like extra weapon speed, extra weapon switch speed, faster reload, faster swing speed of your melee weapon and whatnot, things like that, right? And you can actually unlock cards faster if you pay for the game. You can just buy card packs, or you can buy credit booster, which you can use those credits to buy cards, right? Or just to buy cases where there are cards in it. So this might be slightly pay to win, but if you are really nitpicking to that degree, then you can argue that even Team Fortress 2 is pay to win. Because some weapons combinations in that game work better than others. Like for example the Greaser Extinguisher combo. That works better than others. So is it pay to win? You barely notice it, in my opinion. Especially in the beginning, like if you start off the game, and let me tell you, after the tutorial, there's just like a basic tutorial which explains what the game is. Like, okay, yeah, this is objectives and don't stand still, and this is how you reload and whatnot. It's very basic. Like if you play shooters before, then you know what to do basically. But after the tutorial, it just throws you in there, throws you into the game. But when you first start off, you start off as level 1. There are levels in the game, and it does rank you a little bit. So generally, until you reach level 6, it puts you into a server that has a maximum level of 5. So you are paired up with people that are somewhat equal skill. There are also servers which are level 10 plus for the really like higher skilled level players. I actually got in one of those. It was a pretty awful experience the first time. It just tried to balance the thing a little bit, and generally people that are below level 6 don't have really good cards anyway, so you generally like you won't notice anything that's pay to win or anything. You're not going to get your ass kicked by somebody that has a ton of cards just because of them having a ton of cards. Maybe just because they have to play the game longer than you, but not because of them having better cards than you. It's very much just skill based. So now the frustration. There have been definitely is a ton of frustration in this game. Like for example, game balance. Game balance is still pretty awful in this game. There's some things that are really powerful. They do try their best to balance things out, especially Colossus. There was this time where the character Phantom was very overpowered when he just came out. He was able to kill 3 people in a row easily. He was like very difficult to kill. He was basically like a scout spy with the Demoman sword. If you play Team Fortress 2, you know what I'm talking about. He was like really powerful. The film afterwards. Now the matchmaking was also a bit terrible. Like I actually think that only like 5% of my matches have been like really well balanced. That is a problem, but this game is still in beta, so they are probably still working on it. And then there's also the frustration of getting killed by instant kills. Things like orbital strikes, proximity mines, grenade launchers, snipers in the back hitting you in the head. That will be getting really frustrating. Sometimes you can do things about them, but for example, proximity mines. This game is like very fast paced. Like, if you can't tell by the gameplay in the background, this is not sped up or anything. This is just how the game is. It's very fast. The proximity mines, you generally are able to see them really well, but because of you moving that fast, I'm usually not able to respond in time, even when I see them. I actually had moments where I saw the mine and I went like, oh fuck, and at the same time I said fuck, I died due to the proximity mines. That's pretty frustrating. But they are communicating with the community really well. They are holding live streams where they actually listen to people's feedback in the Twitch chat. So they have been communicating really well. They really try to balance the game, and they actually are trying to balance the matchmaking a little bit to make the games more balanced. So it is very much a work in progress, but it definitely shows a lot of potential. They said they're also going to add game modes in the future. They are working on execution game mode, for example. So this game very much shows potential, and I highly recommend it, checking it out. And it's free to play, it's only a small download of like 5 gigabytes I think. So highly recommend checking it out, because it's definitely pretty good. Thanks for watching, and take care folks.
The thunder. Got your med pack right here. Thank you.